Hi Vikas. Let us understand the procure to pay cycle.
Hi Martin. Yes, I am excited. Let us see it.
Following are the steps in procure to pay cycle: purchase requisition, supplier identification, purchase order, goods receipt note, vendor invoice, and payment to vendor bank account. Let us see the details of each and every process.
To check the detailed process, please download NV Institute app from the App Store.
First step in P2P cycle is purchase requisition. Each and every department shall have the business need for procurement to facilitate or run the business.
Martin, what could be the need for departments?
The need may vary from department to department. Let us say in case of operation department they may need the raw materials. In finance department and HR department they shall need a stationery. Adding to that, in general each and every department might need computers, laptop and furniture for operating.
What is the next step after business users knowing their requirement?
The next step is creating a formal document for business user need, which is APR.
How do you validate the requirement need provided by business users?
Respective department users might know the requirement of each department, so head of the department shall approve the PR raised by the business users.
That's interesting. I hope we can proceed to the next step in P2P cycle.
Yes, Vikas. The next step is to identify a vendor who shall provide a good quality and reasonable price in the market for the identified business needs.
You mean like NV Institute?
Yeah, kind of. Use various process in order to find the best vendor. Let us say identify through bidding.
The third step of P2P cycle is purchase order.
You are correct, Vikas. In this step a PO needs to be created as against the approved purchase requisitions with the identified vendors. Like PR, PO can also be approved by the internal department. The fourth step in P2P cycle is goods receipt. Business users responsible to receive the goods should check the quantity received with the approved purchase order.
Martin, the persons whoever is receiving the material should also check the quality, right?
Yes, it is nothing but an inspection. As per the business policies, receiver should accept only the items which is meeting their guidelines.
Should they be sending the receipt information to finance department?
Yes, once they receive the goods, they should prepare a goods receipt note and send the details to finance team. Here comes the role of finance department.
Is our job is to record an invoice?
Not only you to record an invoice, but also you should validate the vendor provided invoice with purchase order and goods receipt note.
What do you mean by validating?
Which means, verify whether the invoice provided amount is matching as per the agreed amount in PO, and quantity provided in invoice is matching with goods receipt note provided by the receiver or not.
I understand what you mean. By doing this we can have a control over the quantity and price provided by the vendor in his invoice.
Yes, you are absolutely right. Can we proceed to the last step of P2P cycle?
Yes, Martin. Can't wait. So the last of P2P cycle is vendor payments.
Correct. During this final step, payment department shall pay the approved invoices as per the due dates of invoices, and as per the payment cycle followed in the organization. Upon completion of payment to vendor, we can say P2P cycle is completed.
Martin, the first have understood each and every process of P2P cycle. Thank you very much.
So Vikas, since you have understood the P2P process, this calls for a celebration. Please order a bottle of wine.
Martin, please raise a purchase requisition and get it approved before we get to next steps.
Well, there you go. I was testing you and you nailed it.
Thank you once again, Martin.